Jesus freak here. It's raining out. That's a good thing. Because we need it. Anyway. This is sort of a local engagement bait video. Since I've managed to get some actual local engagement, surprisingly enough, on my protest video. Maybe it's because I specifically mentioned Niagara Falls. As for that thud, that was a packet of bandages because it scraped up my knee last Saturday. You can see Niagara Falls in a lot of my videos. If you see me walking around, it's almost always the same strip of street. Which is Portage Road. So, am I born and raised New Yorker? No. I was born in California. However, both my parents are from Central New York. Both my parents are from Syracuse, thereabouts. I grew up partially in Central New York, partially in the North Country. So we're talking Syracuse Metro / Watertown Metro. Watertown Metro is kind of like the northern end of Syracuse Metro, so kind of bleeds together. Oswego, about midway between the two cities. If I sound kind of like a redneck version of a New Yorker, I am. I have lived my entire life in New York, but I've only been in Western New York since I was 15. So I have been out here for 2/3 of my life, broadly speaking. I lived in Lewiston for a few years, briefly in a Youngstown and Ransomville. More or less I've lived in the city since I was 21. If you don't think I look like I'm in my mid-40s, you can think what you want. For those not familiar with around here, the city's kind of a mix of red and blue. Once you get outside the city, you're in Trump country. And that's true of New York in general. Buffalo Metro, especially in the cities themselves, except Lockport and North Tonawanda, which are redneckistans, are blue. I think Rochester might be blue. Downstate gets blue. Rest of the state, if you weren't looking at the trees, if you weren't listening to the accents, you'd probably think you warped down to the south. We might be one of the most liberal states in the Union. That's only because we got Buffalo and New York City. This state is really conservative. And wouldn't be surprised if most people even, contacting me from within New York, they're not going to agree with my politics. fact, even most of the county I'm in is red, with Niagara Falls being a sort of blue oasis. And it's partially because probably it's right on the border, and partially because it's so close to Buffalo. So, thought I'd do this while I'm killing time. Jesus freak out.